Welcome to Readings for the Times. I am Johnny Frederick. I am a student of and an interpreter of the Ching, the 3,000-year-old book of changes, or the book of transformation that came from ancient China. And we read the I Ching through the throwing of the coins to discern, to discover, to see where the energy of the universe is flowing this month for us, where the movement of the Tao, as written in the Tao Te Ching, some call it Qi, some call it quantum field, the life force, the energy of the universe that's always ebbing and flowing, that's always moving and changing, and of course is always for our good. This is our I Ching reading for February 2024. This month we threw the coins and came up with number 7, the army, moving water underneath and the earth above. And the 6th line changed to number 4, youthful folly, which is moving water underneath and a mountain above. This month, number 7, the army, a hexagram that shows water gathering under the earth. This is an image of hidden strength that's gaining in power. In February, look to the hidden forces that are hiding. Call upon their strength to handle any and every situation that arises. We have these hidden assets. They flow from our one source, but they must be directed by our higher self, and they must be disciplined lest they take over. The judgment for hexagram number 7, the army, is this. The army needs perseverance and a strong leader, good fortune without blame. Hexagram number 7 tells us that we have a tremendous well of power and strength of all the kinds of resources at our command. But it takes a strong leader to harness and channel all these streams of energy. They're inside of us, our emotions, our knowledge, our intuition, our skills, our experience. An army in the ancient days lay hidden among the people, and the leaders knew this. All they needed to do was to call the army forth, organize it. But this takes a strong leader. It takes our higher self, or what Hillary in Online Clarity calls the mature person. Some days we're strong and we're on the beam, we're focused, everything is flowing smoothly. Some days we're scattered, we're unfocused, we're not clear, we're confused. And this well of strength, this well of our personalities, is made up of these different strands: our history, our experiences, our skill set, our emotional body. These all make up our character. And our strengths and weaknesses, skills, emotions, and beliefs inside of us can be allowed to run wherever they want, or they can be used and directed to a higher purpose. Some places we're highly competent, we know what we're doing. In others, we're unsure, or we're weak, or unskilled. And like an army, these different aspects, soldiers if you want, they vary in strength and style and abilities. We have to organize them as a team, a unit, so they can be effective in whatever we're trying to do or called upon to do. So in February, the army says pay attention to this hidden well of strength and power that lies beneath the surfacey, the mundane, the routine moments of our lives, and start calling it into action. We will have challenges, they may arise. We have opportunities arise, new situations, or old ones that need to be dealt with, depending on the day and the time and the hour, or our mood. We may meet these circumstances well or not so great. We can miss a chance to help. We may give a snappy answer that causes misunderstanding. If we have our army well trained and ready, we'll call upon the right exact response in each moment. February is a time to inspect our troops, get them in line. If you're in 12-step recovery, you'll understand this as a chance to take an inventory of our character assets and character defects. Which ones should we keep? Which ones need to be removed by asking the universe to take them away? Which defects can be turned into assets? I often think of the main character in the movie Catch Me If You Can. His name was Frank Abagnale Jr. And he was a con man. He was a con artist and thief, and he finally used his skills for good, becoming a bank fraud consultant for the FBI. In the world of spirit, nothing is wasted, and all things work together for good for those who love God. Also, whenever the I Ching says, quote, without blame, we know that we can and we will make mistakes, but because we're sincere students and we're learning from the sage and we're trying our best, we're given freedom to fail. There's no blame in that. And we'll see that in number 4 that's coming up, youthful folly. So the image of the army in the middle of the earth is water. Thus superior people increase their masses by generosity toward everyone. Hidden underneath is power. Cultivate and harness this power with a central commander, our higher self, who is loving and generous to all. By improving conditions, our various aspects are glad. They are willing to be led, eager to be of service. When called upon, they will do their best. We have one line moving, the top line, line 6, and the reading for this line says, the leader issues commands, acquires new fields, gives generously to others. This leader does not use inferior people. The leader in February is your higher self, the one that is always there. But perhaps other parts are running the show for us right now. Our lazy self or fearful self. Maybe it's our sentimental or our playful self or our boisterous self. With an army of personal aspects to be effective and achieve our goals, these separate character traits need to be organized under a respected leader who's clear and generous and fair and who sees the bigger picture. If our goal is to lose weight, the self that thinks that a second piece of cake won't hurt needs to be overruled by the higher self that keeps the goal of losing weight front and center. With the moving line 6, we know that we are in charge as we venture into new areas. We give generously. We call on these attributes that are of the highest caliber. Commanding our army takes practice, takes commitment, it takes clarity in our commands, clarity of vision, clarity of purpose. The word congruence comes to mind. This is the idea of Hexagram 7. The leader commanding an army of personalities sees that our head, our heart, and our gut are all lined up, all in alignment. Then we're a powerful force to be reckoned with. And good fortune, without blame, is assured. That moving line 6 changes to youthful folly. This is moving water, representing danger, and mountain, representing quiet stillness. Water springs forth at the foot of a mountain, and it doesn't know which way to go. The mountain stands firm and strong and still. Youth, in this case, represents encountering new situations. In our naivete, we don't know what we don't know. Naturally, following the nature of moving water, we move on. In this way, youthful folly has success. The judgment for Hexagram 4 is this. Youthful folly has success. It's not I who seek out the young fool, but the young fool, the young learner, seeks me. With the first question, I give an answer. But if they persist in questioning, it muddies the waters, becomes confusing, and I will not answer. Perseverance furthers. We have danger at the foot of a mountain, and to stay there is folly. Folly is not evil. One can succeed if they find a teacher and have the right attitude. So this month we're being asked to seek out the counsel of one older and wiser. Maybe it's a sponsor if you're in 12-step, a minister, a priest, a shaman. Maybe it's the I Ching itself. For me it is, often. We seek out the counsel of this one and we get an answer. And wisdom says to accept the answer that's given. But youth, often in their folly, is not satisfied, so they persist They badger for more or a different answer, and then the oracle stops responding. Asked and answered, they'll say in a debate in the courtroom. Persevering, finding the right path, the novice grows in wisdom and abilities. In February, if we have some new endeavors or new chapters on old endeavors, we recognize our limits, we recognize our ignorance of how things are done, or we recognize our stubbornness that we always do it this way, and we seek out others who have more strength and experience, who are willing to share it. In 12-step recovery, we say experience, strength, and hope. Are you looking for a new home maybe, or a new job? Maybe you're looking to lose weight. Maybe you're going back to school. Maybe you're trying to learn a new skill, or you're walking a spiritual path, a new path for the first time. Don't give up and don't be discouraged. Perseverance in whatever it is you seek will be a successful trait to have. Perseverance furthers. The image for number 4, youthful folly, is this. A well of water springs up at the foot of the mountain. This is the image of youth. Thus, the superior person fosters their character by thoroughness in all that they do. Youthful folly is like a spring of water that's bubbling up out of the earth, full of energy, full of enthusiasm. Flows on, it doesn't become stagnant. It fills up the low places thoroughly, skipping nothing. The yang line in the low place, line 2, corresponds to the yang line, the solid line in the high place, line 5. This gave the authors of the Ching the image of a student sitting at the feet of the master. Whatever your situation in February, you can succeed. Call on the army that lies in wait inside of you and all around you. Bring them into congruence and further your goals. Under the direction of your higher self, this focused energy is unstoppable. Also in February, seek out a teacher, guide, shaman, an expert. Ask your questions, respect the answer, and learn. Know your limitations, but also know that you're on the path to success. You're on the path to understanding, to mastery. You have so many good things to look forward to. Thank you for letting me do this I Ching reading for you for February. Like, subscribe, and share here on YouTube. I am happy to hear from you. Please make comments. Email me with questions. I'm always happy to give I Ching readings. Please visit my website, www.johnafrederick.com, JohnAFrederick.com. Sign up for weekly blog posts. Subscribe to my Substack, Paris and Prosperity Now. Or come to Paris. Sign up for one of my Paris tours. You can email me at paristravelguide@yahoo.com. Thank you for listening. Namaste.